Hello everybody. I wanted to go over some macro moves which are potentially going on in the market for the moment. So when we look at US treasuries, the 10-year, then we can see we are here. It looks like we're forming a bullish flag pattern. So with the pole over here and then this downward facing flag. So most likely it means we will break out from this one to the upside. So we're looking at much higher yields there. And then also Europe is not looking good. This is Portugal. There's no setup yet. But then here we have Italy. So here you can see my new script in action. So actually, if you go in on TradingView to trader Greg_007, you will find my scripts, except the ones in red. Those ones, they did not allow me to publish them. So, okay. So it's this one, the Fibonacci compression, which you can see here. So we're forming a high, a low, a lower high and a higher low, and in the menu you have the different options. How many candles should it look back for a setup? Then from your high to the low, how high should the second lower high be? So you have a choice: 0.618 retracement or the 0.786. The 0.618 is a minimum, and then also for the higher low, how much should it be there, and so on and so on. So with those 4 points, given that we don't take out the first low, then these are the targets that I'm looking at. So you have quite a good chance to hit 5.577, and then if we are strongly uptrending, then the 6.091 should also be an option. So actually what you start to form is a triangle, something along this way, and then we might see this compression going on here and then a breakout, and then those are the targets. So Italy is one to watch. Here we have Greece. That's also one to watch. Also a potential setup. Also the same here, the mid 5% to the low 6% or the targets. Oh yeah, and this green one actually is the Donchian channels. The value has been set to 100. Unfortunately, they didn't allow me to publish the script because it was not innovative enough. So what I found out from backtesting is that the 100 works quite well. As soon as you break out the channel, then you have a good chance of catching the next trend. So the same to the downside. You break out here, you go lower. Okay, here we formed a rounding bottom pattern. So this was not a really good one, but here you can see breakout, and then we did shoot up quite high. Also here, break to the downside, then you could catch this trend. So currently we're also still in a bullish trend. So with the Donchian channels, we would have been bullish already from the 14th of October last year. Belgium not, Netherlands not, Germany, France not, Germany. Here, the 30 year. Also here it looks like we're forming this pattern with their targets between 3 and 3.5. And I think those were more or less the only ones. Czech Republic is doing quite well also in Forex. And, the Koruna is getting quite strong, so interesting. Look, and then here for Hungary, we do break to the downside. Let's take a line. So it looks like also Hungary starts to do better. Poland also. So it looks like Eastern European countries, they start to get evaluated better than the Western European ones. That's very interesting. Also Finland, look at this. Also here we have targets to the upside. So this would be around 4%. Russia slightly climbing up. This is also something that doesn't look natural. Look at this. You can clearly draw a trend line along this price action. And I think here's quite some manipulation going on. Okay, Japan. We all know what's going on there. Also, India. So here targets to the upside, 7.8 to the 8 range. So I think the bond market is the one to watch from now on as well. Okay, let's go to the general overview again. So we have, or let's keep it. So this is Bitcoin. We got all the buy signals. They're all exhausted. So no more buying from now on. Stop loss 19,870 for the turtle strategy. And actually the ATR would do better because there the stop loss is at 21.7k. So that one will get stopped out much faster. Ethereum. Also here I think the buying is exhausted. 5 orders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, yeah. And the 5th one would be all the way up here, 1,827. So this one is still quite far away. So, yeah. Solana also nicely keeping the trend. Stop loss. It's changing for the moment around 17.4, let's say. XLM also still in an uptrend. Stop loss 0.076. And then Doge also, but yeah, this one is not moving a lot, so not much volatility. So also the trailing stop is not coming up because of that. Bitcoin on the 1 hour. So we were in this upward sloping channel, broke out. So now let's see whether we come back or not. And what I also wanted to show regarding Bitcoin is that if I hide the drawings. So looking at this trend again with the Donchian channels, then we can see that a few days ago we did break through. And actually we are now in a bullish trend. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what if we do get some decent pullback, because also with this one, as you can see, the midline often acts as a support and resistance. Here we did break through, trying to break the upper levels, but we didn't reach it. We did come down, hovering around the midline, then did fall through. But here, for example, you can see it break out, retest of the midline, and then we come up again for a retest as support, and then did fall through. So this was the all-time high for Bitcoin. So here you could see we did break at the bottom. So here you could have thought, okay, the high is in, but no, we did come back, pushed a little bit higher. So if you would have traded here bearish, you would have made some money, but at the end somehow you would get stopped out. But then look, when we were breaking here, then we could nicely try catch the downtrend. So yeah, now the question is, will we ever get some kind of a pullback to get in at a better price? Because also, let's have a look in the S&P 500. We're still below this yellow resistance line. Let's switch to the daily. So on the daily you can see we're still in bearish territory, but it looks like we start to find support above the midline. So maybe the momentum is back to push higher. Yesterday was a nice bullish candle. So yeah, I think also there we should become less bearish. But yeah, it can all change with the bond market. Or actually, if the bond market is less interesting, then maybe they want to invest more in stocks, and prices will go up there again. So something interesting to watch. Euro still bullish. For the moment, we're finding resistance. So crude oil. Here we are also in this upsloping channel. Bottom, resistance, bottom. Now we're back at resistance. We also have this yellow trend line as resistance. Then there's also a midline of the Donchian channel. So if we can break that, then I think we can also look. Well, I don't know if we can look forward to it to have higher fuel prices, but yeah, well, that would be a consequence. And then copper, also here, upward sloping channel, did break out. Maybe we come back for a retest before going higher. But also, how much? 1, 2, 3, 4 buy signals already. Gold. Also, same here, nice uptrend. So here again, the Donchian channels. See here we break outside the channel, and we're going for a bearish price action. And if I hide this one, yeah, here you can also see it break through the midline, trying to retest. We didn't fully tested it, but then we continued the uptrend. Also here, for example, you can see retest of the midline, retest, support every time. Here we retested it as a resistance, and then we did come down. So I'm not saying that you can test it as a reliable, I mean as an how to say, as a take it for granted indicator, but roughly like for gold, if you're wondering whether you should buy physical gold or not, then at least you can have a rough estimation where we are in the trend and see whether you better buy or not. So, and then silver, also here in the green trend. And then if we would break out the current highs at 24.75, there will be another buy signal. So yeah. And then for Bitcoin, let's see. There's one more thing that I did want to mention. For me, the bullish case would be if we break out here. Let's draw a box here around this 25k. Because also with the Fibonacci compression, we had one over here, get the low. Okay, the magnet is not on. Okay, so roughly you had, no, this one. And then we got a pullback for, so we had a low, high, a higher low, lower high. And we didn't, then we did take out this low. So it did invalidate the structure where we have 3 highs and 3 lows, but still the targets, they remain the same. So we did find support at the, okay, this is getting messy. Let's delete everything. And let's redo it. Low, high, low. So we did find support at the 0.236. And very often when this one, in the bearish case here, very often it means a reversal in the trend. So if we would take out these highs, then definitely the setup is invalidated and it would be bullish. So, but what still can happen is that we turn around from here and then we go, let's draw it, and we can go like this for the 0.618 target, or it can even be from a bit higher. But as soon as this high is taken out, then this structure is invalidated. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to go over today. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.